Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamriyell and welcome to RavenProDesign commentary from Warlords of Draenor. And this is gonna upset a lot of people, so warning ahead of time. World of Warcraft Blizzard team, mostly I believe Holinka, made that big decision. I cannot blame Holinka, but I know he tweeted about it. They added battle fatigue to the beta. Now, before you start slamming keyboards and smashing desks and tossing things at the keyboard or walls, before you do that, let me first read you what the battle fatigue says. Dealing damage to another player in battle causes them to receive 20% less heals from crit heals. Everybody gets received in PvP 20% less healing from critical heals. And I believe that's also like a hidden nerf between like just in general healing. Now I've gotten Holinka's tweet right here and it says latest beta build has 2 changes to battle fatigue. 20% less healing reduction and 15% expertise. You should see less parry, dodge, healing in PvP. Now, I'm not sure if that's already been applied because from what it reads in the game of battle fatigue, it seems like it hasn't been applied. So either A, the text on the beta is wrong and it's already been applied, just needs to be changed, or this is going to be the next change to battle fatigue, so like a buff to battle fatigue, or nerf technically. We don't like it, so it's not really good. A lot of people are excited by the 15% expertise, so there should be less parry and dodging, but I mean the only people that benefit from parry and dodge like heavily are tanks. Why would you want to make tanks less tanky? It makes no sense to me. And this was focused, this was originally applied in general to reduce all of healers' healing capabilities, and just they thought the healing was a little too much in PvP. They wanted to just kind of hamper it. Just put a little blanket and just press down, snuff it a little bit, just snuff it just a little bit, just a little bit. You know, they don't want to kill it, they just want to snuff it a little bit, make it pass out. Battle fatigue, give fatigue, make it feel fatigued. I don't know. I'm enacting a murder scenario of battle fatigue and healers. Anyway, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. I'm gonna see what it's like before I make any kind of judgments. And from what I can tell you guys, I am honest, I have no reason to lie to you about battle fatigue or any different changes happening in World of Warcraft beta or Warlords of Draenor in general, but I thought it did not feel comfortable. That's what I can say. I understand that there were huge bugs where rep allies, especially like on Ashwin or something, would sometimes crit to like 140,000 heals, like with selfless healer talent applied and using flash of light when it's fully procced. I understand if you want to tweak that, but putting a giant blanket for battle fatigue, I thought that was just a little unnecessary. If you want to apply battle fatigue for healers, don't put it to hybrids as well, because hybrids and classes that can sort of heal themselves, such as warriors and rogues with recuperate, they will also get affected by this. This will not help. This really will. I understand if you want to do battle fatigue. There are great reasons for applying battle fatigue. Like, well, it's an easy fix, so it'll affect all players. But there's also a huge backdraft to this, a huge problem that will affect you. That'll affect the game in the long run. What it will do is make it so that every next expansion they'll have to tweak battle fatigue, and more as the expansion continues. So as we get into a later point of Warlords of Draenor, like a pre-last patch or whatever, the people that just enter Warlords of Draenor or just starting to try PvP, they'll be heavily hampered down because they'll have to relearn how to do everything that they do. And if they're a heal class or a hybrid class that doesn't have the PvP gear necessary to sustain somebody in a PvP match or PvP scenario, they're going to be hugely hampered. I mean, battle fatigue now in Mr. Badari is pretty terrible. I don't think a lot of people really like it. There's the big points on why battle fatigue could be a decent idea, but I believe in the long run, battle fatigue is not practical. It's just not. It would be more practical to go through every single healer in Warlords of Draenor and be like, okay, this druid's power is healing way too much. We're gonna go ahead and tone it down a bit so it's reasonable. And that big AoE heal for Shaman is healing not enough. So, you know, we're gonna tweak that. You know, go through and tweak little tiny things for every class, for every healer class or every class that offers healing capabilities. And battle fatigue, yeah, sure, it's gonna solve the healers healing too much problem, but what about the hybrids? The hybrids, as in rep allies, elemental chamois, enhancement shaman. I think enhancement shamans can actually do some decent off heals. I'm pretty sure. They still counted as off heals. So enhancement shamans, Windwalker monks, and shadow priest, five off heals that we got in the game that have been doing really well so far. They will get affected by battle fatigue, and their heals like will become even more affected. If you want to apply battle fatigue, leave hybrids out of it. There were moments, like a bunch of beta builds before, where let's say a Rep Pally, I would heal somebody and I would heal them for 300 plus thousand, but that's because of different unbalancing issues and different stats not carrying over properly and all that. It's just a lot of bugs. But as things get toned down and toned to perfect tuning, I think the only thing you should do is continue to tune things one by one, each by each, and just go through trial and error, tone it a bit, release a new beta build for next week, test it out for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, and then go back and retweak some things. Take notes on every little thing, tweak it, everything little by little, to make sure that when Warlords of Draenor comes out, we don't have to worry about battle fatigue just lingering on and getting worse and worse throughout the expansion. And trust me, as an off healer, I've played so far in Ashram. I decided, you know what, I'll sit down, I'll play it, and I could not heal myself or others significantly like I could before this beta build. Last beta build was great. When I did arenas with Dalran, that was perfect. I would be like, oh hey dude, let's go do some arenas. And when he needed heals, I had to actually stop and heal. I had to take out any damage that I'm doing, actually focus on healing properly, even popping a cooldown to heal him properly and heal him more significantly. It actually takes effort for hybrids to heal, because that's the thing, that we are hybrids. We can do a decent amount of damage and we can do a decent amount of healing, but we can't do both at the same time. Healers can do incredible healing, and that's all they do. They just run around incredibly heal and CC. Damage does incredible damage, and that's all they have to worry about. All the warriors, death knights, rogues, and hunters and mages, that's all they gotta worry about. And they're good at it. They're good at what they do. If you can see in Ashran, they're just range, just shooting at each other, destroying each other from miles away, and DPS know what they're supposed to do, and DPS will not get affected like majority of DPS. But I'm just worried about the hybrids, you know, like all the LA Shammies that actually like the ability to heal the friendlies in arenas for the friendlies to somehow maybe outlive some kind of damage, or maybe heal them before they die so they can do some kind of small output damage, make sure they're alive somehow. I mean, utilities aren't getting nerfed, it's not what I'm complaining about, and I understand a lot of hybrids are mostly just utility hogs and they just have a bunch of utilities, but not every. If you play as a Shadow Priest, I played as a Shadow Priest before I did the Red Pally stuff, and as a Shadow Priest, their healing originally didn't even like have significant impact. And then I got on the Shadow Priest, and I actually had to sit there and spam Holy Light or Flash of Light or whatever ability I have, and just over and over and over for about, I don't know, I was down to like 50% health. I had to run away from the battle for a little bit, and then I started healing myself. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to time myself. I'm going to see how long it takes me. And it took me, I don't know, it usually would take me, I don't know, 6 seconds. It took me maybe 20 seconds to get myself topped off. That's a little ridiculous. If you want to apply battle fatigue to healers, by all means, go ahead. I mean, the concept of battle fatigue does sound pretty good for one patch, but it's not a fix. It will never be a fix. It will never solve the problems. That's my beef with it. I think battle fatigue for Warlords of Draenor is not as harsh as it is in Mr. Badaria, but it is not a fix. It just will not fix the problem. It's better to just go through every single healer class and every single class that has capabilities of healing, tweak little things here and there to maybe like lower down by 2% or 3% to make it toned up, make it nice and, I don't know, decent, make it reasonable. But yeah, I guess that's a rant or maybe a commentary. I guess I could just stick it as a commentary. Anyway guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. I really would like to know what you think. Let's start a discussion about battle fatigue. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can get attention of Blizzard or something. Post this video on forums if you can. Post this video on forums and let's have a discussion. Let's see if we can try to change Blizzard's minds. And as always, have a great day. My name is Thamriyell, and look out for more videos. See ya.